got to training camp, you could see the dedication right from the start, what this team was going to dedicate this year to.
I'm going to ask everyone's support and prayers for our teammate Vladdy and our trainer Sergey.
This team was again thrust into the role of underdog, and I don't think anybody was picking us to be here.
Stanley Cup for the second year in a row. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Little Caesars Arena for this special event. In partnership with Meyer, this afternoon we reunite and celebrate your 1998 Stanley Cup champions. Before we welcome the staff and team to the ice, 3 special pieces of hardware that will forever hold the legacy of this team. First, awarded to the Western Conference playoff champions, the Clarence S. Campbell Bowl. Next, awarded to the most valuable player for his team during the Stanley Cup playoffs, the Conn Smythe Trophy. And finally, with more than a century's worth of hockey history etched into it, ladies and gentlemen, the Stanley Cup. Hockey Town, it's time now to welcome the staff and players that lifted Lord Stanley's Cup nearly 25 years ago. Athletic trainer, John Wharton. Head equipment manager, Paul Boyer. Scout, Hakan Anderson. Pro Scout, Mark Howe. Associate Coach, Barry Smith. Associate Coach, Dave Lewis. Head coach Scotty Bowman. Assistant General Manager Ken Holland. General Manager and Senior Vice President of Hockey Operations, Jim Devillano. A punishing force whose stabilizing presence solidified the Red Wings blue line. Defenseman, number 3, Bob Rouse. He would go on to be a 7-time Norris Trophy winner and the captain of your Red Wings for 6 seasons. Defenseman, number 5, Nicholas Lidstrom. A member of the Russian Five and legend throughout the entire game of hockey, the Professor, center number 8, Igor Larionov. One of the youngest members of the 98 Red Wings, a youngster with speed to burn, right winger number 11, Matthew Dandino. He led the team in goals during the regular season. Left winger and alternate captain number 14, Brendan Shanahan. An honorary 6th member of the Russian Five, right winger number 17, Doug Brown. Accompanying this afternoon, alongside his daughter Anastasia, forever our number 16, the Vladinator, Vladimir Konstantinov. A grinder, an agitator, and a supreme penalty killer. Left winger number 18, Kurt Volpe. The captain of your 98 Stanley Cup champion, number 19, Steve Yzerman. A freight train on skates, right winger number 20, Martin Lapointe. A native Michigander and former Wolverine, right winger number 22, Mike Kanuba. A grinder with heavy fists and 4 rings to complement them. Right winger number 25, Darren McCarty. A bruised brother and grinder with a punishing right hand. Right winger number 26, Joe Kosher. His 317 wins as a Red Wing goalie, ranked 2nd all-time in team history. Goaltender number 30, Chris Osgood. Affectionately known as Ticker, the fun-loving goaltender number 31, Kevin Hudson. Another member of the grind line, a face-off specialist, and a heart and soul Red Wing. Selke Trophy winner, center number 33, Chris Draper. His veteran leadership impacted this team both on and off the ice. Left winger number 41, Brent Gilchrist. With uncanny instincts, he was as reliable as they come. Defenseman number 44, Anders Eriksson. He led the team with a plus 35 in the regular season. Hockey Hall of Famer defenseman number 55, Larry Murphy. A goaltender's worst nightmare, the Swedish demolition man, left winger number 96, Thomas Holmstrom. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting your 1998 Stanley Cup champion, Detroit Red Wings. Hockeytown introducing our MCs for this special event this afternoon. Bally Sports Detroit Television play-by-play voice Ken Daniels and former Detroit Red Wing great and captain Mickey Redmond.
Hello, Hockeytown. And what's better than celebrating a Stanley Cup title? How about celebrating back-to-back championships? And in addition to the gentlemen that are assembled here, there are other important members of this team not able to attend this afternoon. They are number 2, defenseman Vyacheslav Fetisov. Number 13, left wing Vyacheslav Kozlov. Number 15, defenseman Dmitry Mironov. Number 27, defenseman Aaron Ward. Number 34, defenseman Jamie McCowan. And number 91, Sergei Fedorov. And you know, Mick, it's obvious this team had Stanley Cup aspirations for several years, finally reaching the pinnacle in 1997, but it was a plan put in place back in 1982 when Mike Ilitch purchased the team.
Yes, when the Ilitch family bought this hockey club in '82, they brought a family atmosphere to the rink, to the team, to the people who worked around here, which still exists today. Mr. Ilitch went into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 2003 because of that, the building part of that, and all the sponsorships here in Michigan and the city of Detroit. To the Ilitch family, we can't thank you enough. That family atmosphere is here today and for a long time.
You were part of back-to-back cups with Montreal in the 1960s. There weren't as many rounds nor teams to get through then. Scotty can relate, but he got through when there were more teams anyway. But what the Wings did in '98 and what took place preceding it speaks volumes.
It does. It was unfortunate they didn't get to enjoy the summer that they wanted to in '97 because of the accident. But with following all that stuff, it became a mission to win the second Stanley Cup for number 16 sitting over there tonight. And what a mission it was. When Steve handed him the cup after that fourth game, it was unbelievable. And to this day, that man was an inspiration to that team, and he's been an inspiration to us ever since. To this day, thank you, Vladdy.
And the '98 Red Wings were a team of destiny, sealing the deal by defeating Phoenix St. Louis and Dallas in the Western Conference playoffs before a second straight Stanley Cup sweep, this time taking out the Washington Capitals.
As we celebrate this iconic team, there's a lot of memories that come back. A lot of you that are here today were here in 1997 and 1998. We drafted this gentleman in 1983. He became the captain shortly after. He had lots of disappointments. He probably wondered if we were ever going to win the Stanley Cup after 93, 4, 5, and 6. But perseverance paid off. Goals against was important. Steve Yzerman led all of that with this hockey team. Ladies and gentlemen, the captain, Steve Yzerman.
Thank you. I'd like to start off by welcoming you all back to Little Caesars Arena to share in this celebration, the reunion. I'm guessing a lot of you were here in 97 and 98 and lived it and died it along with us. This is an opportunity for us all to reflect on the process of getting from 1982 to 1997 and win a Stanley Cup, and then again in 98. So, and for a lot of the younger generation that are here that are too young or weren't born, it's a great opportunity to put a face to a lot of the names that you've probably heard about. So I welcome you all back, to a lot of our management, our staff, our coaches, for us to have the opportunity to spend some time together, to reminisce, to talk about a lot of the funny stories, a lot of the anecdotes, the crazy things that happened along the way. It's really been a wonderful weekend for us. We're glad to have everybody back. And to my teammates, an amazing group of gentlemen here. From 98, our careers all go in different directions, different paths. Some guys we see, some we don't cross paths over time. In some cases, it's a chance here for us to see guys we haven't seen in 15 and 20 years, to spend some time with them, to see their families, their children who, when we played, were in diapers and tykes, and our kids getting a chance now to spend some time together and reminisce as well. It's really been a special weekend for us. So again, we had the good fortune of playing a good, entertaining hockey game on Thursday night and coming out with a win. I'm counting on our team today to put on a good performance for us. Not only do we reminisce and enjoy and celebrate our 97-98 teams, but we get to watch the next generation of Red Wing players this afternoon. To the Illich family, who not only supported me, but supported this team, were always positive, always did everything they possibly could to help us eventually win a championship. We are all eternally grateful for the commitment, the passion, and the care that they showed us as players and as people. We're forever grateful, and we are very fortunate in Detroit to have the Illich family owning our team and directing us and leading us to another era, a great era of Red Wing hockey. Our management team, Kenny, Jimmy Nill, who's not here, Jimmy Devellano, Hawken is here. Working with our coaching staff. We were so lucky to have great experience, successful people, but great people who really, they looked out for us. They advised us, they pushed us, they cared for us. And for this weekend to sit in a much more relaxed atmosphere where we're all retired, we can go laugh about some of the things that happened. It's been a really great experience for us, but there's no way we as players win without the contributions of our support staff, our trainers, our management, and especially our coaching staff. We were a very lucky group to have these gentlemen here guide us and lead us along to those championships. And I know we talked Thursday about our 97 team. There's several new faces for our 98 team. This is a great opportunity for me now to thank these gentlemen for the commitment they made, the selflessness that they played with. I cannot tell you how much fun, and over this weekend, a chance to reflect on how much fun we had in the process. And as I said, we all lived and died with the wins and the losses. We had so much fun along the way, every day grinding it out and battling through injuries, the ups and the downs. It's a very special group of gentlemen that I'm really, really honored to have played with. I know Kenny had mentioned some of the players that weren't here or that can't be here. 3 in particular, I really, not to single out, but I really need to, because they've played such an important part for more than one season, and that was our 3 Russian players that couldn't be here, and Slava Kozlov, Slava Fetisov, and Sergei Fedorov. They're tremendous teammates, incredible athletes, and really a part of the Russian Five, which was an incredibly unique combination. Played such a huge role in our success and came here and blended in, and we couldn't have been happier to have them here. And so, hopefully we get a chance to bring those guys back on another occasion, but I know they're working in Russia, and we wish them the best, but we miss them, and we wish they could be here. In 1997, I think that Stanley Cup run was really, the hockey world found out what we all already knew. We had 2 of the best defensemen in the world at that time on that team in 97. Now you're all wondering which 2 I'm talking about, because we had some very good ones. But I must say, the hockey world learned how great a player Nicholas Lidstrom was, and he continued to show that throughout the remainder of his career. Well, that year we also had Vladdy Konstantinov, and what I would like to tell you, the people that were here, that watched that team play, you know how good and how special a player that Vladdy was. What I'd like to say for the younger generation that didn't say it, you have no idea how good a hockey player, how unique a hockey player he was. And so I wanted to point that out to you. You get an opportunity, go back and watch some of those games, and you'll get an incredible appreciation for how great a player Vladdy was. Now I fast forward to '98 in Washington in Game 4. We were fortunate enough to be up 3-0 in the series, and I think we're up 4-2 in Game 4, and there's 7 or 8 minutes left in the game. Somehow that building was half full with Red Wing fans. I'm guessing a lot of you were there for that game. It was an incredible atmosphere, and we knew we were told Vladdy was in the building. We hadn't seen him. But about 7 minutes to go in the game, we're sitting on the bench, and there's a skirmish, if you will, up in the corner of the arena, and a lot of noise. And we looked up expecting there to be a fight in the stands or something. There was Red Wing fans in the entire section standing up and cheering, and they shone the spotlight on it. And Vladdy was sitting up there in the corner, and our fans were acknowledging him with an incredible ovation. It was a tremendous memory for us all. And I point that story out because to you fans, I cannot tell you how important it is to us, how inspiring it is to have your support. And as I say, we lived and died it. I know you lived and died it with us too. So I really appreciate the support that you've all shown us throughout the good times, the bad times, the wins, the losses. So, Detroit has become known as Hockey Town. And that moniker has stuck for a long time. But it's not just here in the city of Detroit, the suburbs, it's the state of Michigan, and frankly, it's all over the National Hockey League when we go on the road, and the incredible support that we're shown by our fan base, no matter where we go. It really is impactful to our players. So you are as much a part of this as every single one of us was, everyone here. We appreciate your support. We love the demands. We love the expectations. And just all I can ask you is keep it up. You don't realize how important you are to us. So again, in closing, I thank you all for being here. I thank you for your continued support of our team. And again, I can't thank these gentlemen enough for the unselfishness, the commitment, and the willingness to do anything to help us win a Stanley Cup. So enjoy today's game. Thank you for coming out and celebrating with us, and wish you all the best of luck. Thank you.
Great stuff, Captain.
Well, this wouldn't be an appropriate reunion without a formal photo op with the banner that we raised nearly 25 years ago at Joe Louis Arena and the trophy that was paraded around the city of Detroit, and paraded very well, I might add. You guys did a wonderful job with that. So at this time, we ask that all of you make your way over to my right, where we will once again raise that banner that will forever fly high above Hockeytown.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 1998 Stanley Cup champions.